Hello, welcome to the pet room. I'm about to do something I didn't think that I would be doing, because I had no faith that the Crusty, rusty pet would ever work, or the board. But alas, it is working. So I did put the machine that it came out of over there underneath the Commodore 64 and the Commodore 64C box. Now, I have to get it back. I have to bring it over here, put the board back in, and see what's up with the rest of it. I do believe the monitor works. I think the power supply is fine. The keyboard, I don't know. I just don't know. And then I have to decide, how much more chip pulling do I want to do, especially towards the back of these machines. Anyway, we will see. So, I'm coming in. First, gotta put up pairs of glasses here. Don't want them to get mixed up in all of this. And there's a bag of recycling. So, we have things to move, things to shuffle, including, but not limited to, a Commodore C112 adding machine. There must be a spot. There must be. Oh, yeah. Okay, that can sit there. I believe this Commodore 128 box is empty, although of course I wish it was full. But this 64C is full. Ah. So maybe it can sit nicely, maybe, on top of that, which is the only sort of smooth machine I have. Alright, now these are all jammed together very tightly. So I'll pull them apart a little wee bit at a time. The feet are hanging off the back. And then we'll slide her out. Oh. No. Okay, and why do we call this the dusty, rusty, crusty? Well, it is. It's also filthy. Filthy. Okay. Okay. No. Okay, well, I was thinking of moving the camera. It was on top of a pet. What a fine time. Thankfully, it didn't fall far, and the sound thing did not have much trouble there. Anyway, so this is the dusty, dirty, ugly pet. But it might just work. I have not done any magic erasing to it. The crusty part I refer to is over here, where the paint is indeed peeling. It is. Now this is an interesting situation, because I did not plan on doing this here. I did not. So let me just see about this. I think I'm going to set this down for a moment. Oh, there we go. There is a nice view of some of the relics in the pet room. So I think what I'm going to do now is pull this curtain. And then try to find a nice spot for this camera to sit. I don't often do this, to shuffle things all around. I don't. But anyway, it was sort of brought on by necessity. So we'll lean that down. What is that? Something sort of sticking up in the way there. Oh, that's the floor. Okay, maybe we can get a better view of what's up. Maybe. Just about there. Oops. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Okay. So we have here 4 pets in a row. We do. Now, I don't know how much of you or me you're going to see, but that's okay. All right. So here is the machine in question that is destined to be repopulated with its board. We open it up and pop this. We find, oh, there's the screws, the rusty screws. They are. And there's the documentation on this. Now, I could do more things to tidy at this moment, but I'm not going to. The whole thing is this board, which is now populated somewhat and happy, belongs in the dusty, rusty, crusty machine. It does. Oh dear. All right, time for some glasses. Ugh. Because, oh yeah, where did I put? Oh, I put things. I put some things that I would need for this adventure in my pocket, which may not be the wisest thing for tools, because they can hurt you if things happen. All right. So what am I looking for? Well, there's a chip puller. There are some little wee pliers. And the little wee pliers come in handy when it comes to getting these little legs, the little plastic holding legs, out of the way so that the board can come out. At least most of the time. There we go. They do. Now there is a little complication here, in that I don't know if you can see this, but one of these little wee legs right here has decided that it doesn't want to leave. That it is, well, it's come out of the board. It has. So I need to squeeze it and pull it through gently and drop it, because it is not as critical as the board for this machine. And I'm not sure what would keep such a thing from having from separating from the board. I guess like a lot of these things are just sort of held in by a little springy piece of plastic, which after 40 years might not be so springy. Alright, so we're searching for the feet. And they are lined up. Okay, now this one here, I see where it's supposed to be. Okay, I think I got it back in. Alright, so I need to connect the keyboard. And as I push on these things, the little feet will very likely pop back into position to hold the board securely. And then there is the monitor. And then, of course, in this machine, There's this funny board with this funny wire. Where does it go and what does it do? I don't know. Alright, so we have power, we have the keyboard, we have the monitor. What else could there possibly be? Well, I suppose this needs to be plugged in. I will double check that the switch is in the off position. And indeed, it is. So, go over here, plug this in to one of our handy dandy thrift store power supplies, and we'll come back. And if you have been watching, you know that I was tormented tremendously by this machine. So, let's turn it on. And up it comes. Commodore Basic with 1023 by 3. Now this machine is dirty, but let's see. Okay. Yeah, some of the keys are having a bit of a hard time, but not too bad. Well, there's one missing, the 4, but I can still tap it. I can, and that works. You really don't notice until how bad a keyboard is, until you try and type things or program, and then you realize something, such as the Z key, just doesn't want to. Now the shift keys, well, that's weird. Oh, maybe I'm just picking the wrong key. Well, that shift key doesn't do anything. What about the shift lock? Well, that seems to. Of course, I may, once again, be picking keys, but I'm not pleased. But no, so far. Okay, I worked that around a bit, and then it started working. I'll kind of push on this a little bit. Alright. So. Okay. Syntax error, of course. Now, let's see here. We did have markers. Oh, I did. Okay. So this pet did have. Come on, baby. Come on. Give me some room. There you go. Troubles. Okay. Forward. Back. In. Original case. With 4 grams. 1023 free. Keyboard has some dirty keys. Z A S. See, some of them come alive after you hit them a bit. Oh yeah. Oh, I got a Z. Spacebar. Let's see on the back here. In case. Filthy. All right, so now I have to decide what am I doing? Do I really want to yank a whole bunch of those deep chips out again? And the answer is, I'm not sure. One thing I think I will do while I'm here, and because I can, I think if I look over here, oh yes. All right, I will find this nice, happy working data set, which I can set right in here. And then I can turn this off. And then I can open this up. And plug this on to, oh, that thing with the capacitors does have a way of getting in the way of this fitting nicely on there. Interesting. Does it still work? Somewhat. Okay, it's still working. Now I wish there was a way to not have this under such strain. I'll put it a little bit sideways. I will. Alright, I did a shift run stop, which means if I press play, it should go and get the first program available, which should be called Commodore. Found Commodore loading. Okay, that's good. So this is now going to, there we go, endlessly say world of Commodore, world of Commodore, world of Commodore, world of Commodore. The programs that I've been tinkering on, and I actually took the time to save. Do I have the keys working that I need? Maybe not. Okay, well that's a nice, nice thing. Also, is there's also the L. Shift I will get you list. And there it is. I think I might change the, yeah, the cursor keys working. I might, oh, did I go too far? I did, okay. I might actually take out this next loop thing. It just counted from 1 to 2, which really wasn't much of anything. Can I run R-U-N? I can run there. See, it's funny because by taking out that 4-next loop, which really didn't do much of anything, it sure hauls a whole lot better. Because even though it really wasn't doing much and counting much, it took up time to process that. It did. Although now I don't see that I can't see the funny cursor thing as much as I would like. So I am going to do the shift run stop again. I'm going to press play. which should bring in, I saved this program twice. And I suppose if I was interested in doing this, I would try and save it a third time from this machine to make sure that it saves okay. Let's see about that. Okay, so there it is. Roll the Commodore, roll the Commodore, roll the Commodore, roll the Commodore. I'm going to press stop on the tape drive. I'm going to save. Oh, that didn't go well. The shift lock did not do. Oh, and the S key. Oh, there it is. A, B, C, O, M, O, D, O, O, E, quote, save Commodore. Something I suspect we all wish had happened long ago. Let's play and record. There we go. And now we are writing Commodore to this dataset for the third time. We are and it is done. And now I can rewind, knowing that it should be there 3 times. I suppose, if I really wanted to find out, I would do the shift run stop and play. And of course, what I really should have done is made note of the counter. Oh well. So we are learning Commodore, and it worked. Okay, now I'm going to do the shift run stop again. I didn't actually press the stop button, so the play button was already down. And we'll see. It should very soon find Commodore. Found Commodore loading. This will not take long. And then it should start to run. Look at that. Roll the Commodore, roll the Commodore, roll the... Just like in the old BBS days. And then I'll do it again. One last time and see if the third saving saves. Which I suspect it did. I'd like to think it did. But I don't see it coming up. Perhaps it did not. Interesting. Double check data set saving. So that did not go well. But the program is still there. It is. Alright. So now, see, I basically disabled a lot of things to get this machine working. Now I have to decide what I'm going to do in terms of chips. There were a lot of bad chips in this thing. 4 of 7 ROM chips were bad, and other such things. So I don't have all the numbers right in front of me. Anyway, I'm thinking that I need to ponder. And so I shall. So, it's nice to see this filthy old machine working again. It is. And now I gotta figure out ways to repopulate it and others. So, as I said many times, this is the time to go through and over these chips, sorry, these machines, because I'm never going to have more spares than I do now. So we'll let that run. I will back away, and I will ponder my next move here in the pet room. Thanks so much for coming. David Bradley, signing off. Except it's not stopping.